big as CTSO, if y'all didn't know that we had an outstanding run, and we want to continue that run. That we had 20 placements, and we won 11 of the contests. So we have, between Sullivan Central and Sullivan South, the two most awarded high schools in the state. So and what you're seeing is just some of those more students could have came. We originally scheduled for last night, and the board meeting got pushed back. So had several students that had work and church obligations couldn't make it tonight. But I want you all to know that I have, and the director and I both have, put together certificates of achievement for you all to give you all tonight that we'd like to award you all. But before we get into that, I know that there's a teacher too wants to say a couple of things. I know Mr. Boomershine. Sorry, Mr. Boomershine. I want to hear it. Yeah.
Well, I just like to say that as an educator, we try to put our children in a position where they can be successful. And in my particular case, these students had an interest to be in a mock trial. We worked on it. They seemed to enjoy it. They advanced. They picked it up really well, and I incorporated the assistance of our assistant district attorney Teresa Nelson, and she volunteered her time so graciously and spent several hours on her own time on the weekends practicing. And we went down there in Chattanooga, and they were successful in this case in the mock trial state champions.
Great. I want to echo Mr. Boomshine saying and say thank you all for working with our young people. It takes a village to prepare them and get them where they need to be in order to win. Winning's not easy. It's very competitive. So with that being said, the first one I'll give to Sarah Thacker. So Sarah, go. So congratulations to you. Okay. Sarah is our state winner in t-shirt design. We'll talk about Sarah for a second because I've known Sarah for years because I was at South with her and some other ones here from South. But Sarah in particular was a really nice situation to watch her grow, and now it's nice when I see her screen. The quality of work this young lady can produce is above a lot of professionals. So I just know she's got a bright future ahead of her. So I look forward to seeing what she does at Nationals, and no pressure, but she better win. Thank you, Sarah. Cheyenne was in a contest that we haven't had someone in a while, even though Sullivan South has had a tradition of doing well in this contest. And she's an underclassman. It's always a little bit harder for underclassmen to win. But Cheyenne has really pushed herself, and Mr. Arwood, her teacher, who unfortunately could be here tonight, he had a prior obligation. She pushed herself, and she's a state winner in advertising design, which is a very competitive field. And it's not one that's prepared, it's one that you do while you're there, which makes it even more, the pressure is on. You know that you're in the room with everybody else who's the top student in their school. Now she's moving on to compete against the other top 49 states. So I'm looking forward to see what she's going to do here in late June. Thank you. Thank you. Devin Barker. So Devin's one I also know fairly well. Devin, I came to Devin. Devin's got a lot of skills. Let me say that. He's good at multimedia. He's good at all kinds of things. I came to him a couple years ago and said, and this is a personal note, I said, Devin, would you make a highlight video of my daughter's soccer season? And he looked at me like, what? Because that's not really what he does, and he's like, I said, but your technical skills are so high that I think you could make me a really nice video if you just gave us some effort. And not only did he just deliver an awesome video, it was one that, as a dad, it brought tears to your eyes when you watched your own child because he put this in video for me. And I will never forget that, Devin. That's already been 3 years ago, but obviously I've not forgotten, nor will I ever forget. Another young man I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do at Nationals because I think we've got a chance to win this one as well. So congratulations, Devin. Sarah. Oh, Lord, come on, Sarah. Sarah's actually won her medal. So if you
Wait, Sarah.
Sarah is in a very competitive field as well. She is the state winner in job interview. So I know that especially this board, we have recently been a part of that. And it takes a lot of prep. It takes a lot of preparing, and not only being able to answer curveball questions and things. And Sarah was able to do that and be our winner. So I'm looking forward to seeing what she's going to be able to do at nationals as well. Thank you, Sarah. Grayson Fox. So, Grayson, I want to say a couple things about Grayson too, and Mr. Rafalowski. Actually, I wanted to all three of y'all, because all three of y'all in the same contest. This is a team effort. This one is Emmy. She go next. Congratulations. Here we go. Mason. Congratulations. Thank you. So, they're in mock trial, which is in the criminal justice area, and we're putting on basically a simulation of a court case, and they don't know what they're actually going to get until they prepare several different scenarios, and they get a scenario and they work through it. And it takes a lot of work, because it's like anything else. You have to be prepared for three things. You don't know one of those things you're going to get, and they prepared well and it paid off for them. Also, we're dealing with sisters, which is interesting, and one is a freshman and one's a senior. So I told Mr. Boomshine that's good on him to go ahead and stagger the years. So he knows he's got another year of good students coming up. Which, you know. So we'll say congratulations to you all. Look forward to seeing what you do next month as well. Thank you. I missed it because Dylan didn't make it tonight. Okay. No, I had thought so. He's not here. So, okay. Guys, I want to say thank you for coming, and I really look forward. I'm actually going to nationals with you all, so as a CT director, it's just a good experience for me. I've not been since 2012 when I had a national winner as a teacher, so I've not been, and the venue's changed, so I'm looking forward to seeing you all there, and hopefully we're bringing home a bigger gold medal across the board. So thank you all.
Did you say their names?
Mason.
Grayson
Grayson
Fox.
Okay, well, let them introduce
Oh,
yourselves.
and-
Okay.
Oh, you want to keep going? Sarah Watkins. Sarah Thacker.
Devin Barger.
Shane Bisson.
Oh, it's a teacher. Sorry, Miss Owens. And Sarah's teacher is Miss Owens, who was an occupations teacher. Mr. Arwood is not here from South, and I'm with his students. I see a prior engagement. And Mr. Boomshine is here with his students for the mock trial for Sullivan East. And that's pretty much it. It's from the talk teacher.
And I'm gonna follow up with that and say that I'm glad that Mr. Flanary is going to get to attend the nationals with you all. I actually attended nationals in Kansas City, Kansas, one summer with our students. It is amazing. The competition is stiff and it's thrilling. I found myself just wondering all day long, observing and in awe of what the students were doing from all over the country. And that evening, when they all come together in the huge stadium, I don't know how many of you have been there before, I know Ms. Owens has, and our students, it's exhilarating. They're screaming and yelling, and it's a great evening. But to win your state and be a state champion, I congratulate you. Thank you so much for the way you represent yourself, your school, and our school district. When Sullivan County Schools shows up at state competitions in CTE, people not only recognize, but they take notice because they know that we're bringing some stiff competition. Thank you to your parents, because you've been right there with them. You've got to either get them to practice or not, or worry about them getting there and back. So thank you all for your dedication. They'll be going to Louisville, Kentucky this summer. And thank you, Teresa. I know that you're busy. You've got a mom. You're a mom and you're traveling all over with athletics and stuff, but she still found time to put in to help our students. So I'm so very proud of you. I know you're going to make us proud at nationals. Best of luck to you, and thank you so much. And thank you to your instructors and your parents and our volunteers. Thank you so much.